So let's go and look at a practical example of third normal form. Well, this is first normal form, and this is second normal form. It's a bit difficult to actually create a many-to-many relationship in this structure I have here. We'll use the classic example of an employee. So let's go and actually just delete these for now. And let's go and create an employee. So we have an employee within a company. He has, say, an employee number. And obviously he has a name. He has, say, a salary. Well, let's just actually do this. Salary, hire date. All I'm trying to do is distinguish where these different columns go in the different tables by putting employee something, employee something. Effectively, this is very likely to actually just say name, because if I've got it in a different entity, I know where it goes. And then I can have a task or a project. Let's call it project. So I have the project name. Once again, I'm giving it a long name. Project name. Let's say the start date for the project, the end date for the project, objectives or objective, anything you like. Now, if you have a company where you've got an employee and that employee can be assigned to many projects, and you've got a project which can have many employees, what have you got? You've actually got a many-to-many relationship between the two guys here. Third normal form allows you to resolve many-to-many relationships into new entities. All non-key fields must be dependent on the primary key. What I usually do at third normal form level is to resolve this many-to-many relationship. This is actually given a name. Note, this thing is actually given a name called employee project. I like to think in terms of the applicability or the usefulness or the need for a many-to-many relationship entity in terms of the name. If it's named employee underbar project, it's probably not needed. If it's named something like assignment, in other words, its name is meaningful, it's probably needed in your data structure. And obviously, this thing is uniquely identified by the combination of the two primary keys, the employee number and the project name. And look, I could go and do something in this tool and call this project. And it changes the name on the new entity because it's a foreign key. And then obviously I can have things that are specific, which is exactly what this entity is for, specific to this assignment. So this particular assignment could have a specific budget, for instance, for a particular employee. Although that's not a particularly applicable column name, I'm looking for something that is specific to that assignment. So you could say that a particular employee, I've got the perfect thing, available start date. In other words, that employee can actually work on this project between these two dates. Why is this third normal form? Go back to the description. All non-key fields must be dependent on the primary key. These two fields are available start date, available end date, the availability of the employee to do a specific assignment. Sometimes he's working on this assignment, sometimes he's working on other assignments, sometimes he's on vacation. So if you were to take these available start and end date fields and put them into the employee entity or the project entity or both, they're not dependent on the primary key. They need to be elsewhere. They're not dependent on the employee number because you could actually have multiple available start dates, multiple available end dates. The same applies with the project, not dependent on the project. Therefore, you need a new entity, what I like to call a many-to-many join resolution entity. That is a simplistic application of third normal form.